Alright, hello everybody, how are we doing today? We are live covering the severe weather outbreak ongoing today here in Appalachia. So, let's go ahead and hop straight into it, as I think I'm a one-man show here tonight. So let's just go ahead and hop straight into the coverage here. Um, let's do it. What's up, Astrid? What's up, Astrid? Welcome to the stream, dude. How are you doing? How are you doing? Alright, let's go ahead and explain the risk we got going on today, because we already got some storms happening here. We already got some storms firing off here. I'm sorry I went live a little later than usual because I had to finish up a few chores, but I am finally live, um, and I will be able to cover the entirety of this event. But let's go ahead and get chat rolling here. What's up, Ashford? What's up, OTTK? What's up, RIP Snow? Just wanted to pop in for a bit. I understand, dude. Well, welcome to the stream, everybody. How are we doing on this beautiful Monday? Let's just go ahead and explain the risks or risk area we got for today. We have a very kind of localized enhanced risk area. It's a level 3 out of 5 area from the SPC for a lot of central West Virginia here, stretching into a little portion of Virginia here. This mainly is a damaging wind threat, but it does call for, large hail. And we have already seen that today. We did have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning get issued a little while earlier for a storm. I think it was back here near Charleston. I think it dropped, or I think it was warned for baseball-sized hail, and it had a tornado warning on it not too long ago. But finally, I'm live. I had to complete a few chores. But anyways, seems to be a damaging wind threat, a large hail threat as well. But they also talk about the fact, a couple tornadoes might be likely, and the fact they talk about that is because we already have localized like supercells here. We have supercells starting to fire off here, and over time this will become more this will become more linear. This will become more kind of like an MCS kind of thing. But for right now, we are in full-blown supercell mode, so we're going to hop straight into coverage here. We already have 7 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, including one in Scioto County, Ohio, Greenup County, Kentucky, and Lawrence County, Ohio. All the way back over here. This is for our storm. Just moving now into Lawrence, Lawrence, was that Lawrence, West Virginia? I'm not sure. We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. So let's go ahead and change our counter. I'm going to try to be more up to date on the counter and stuff, but let's go ahead and try and do that. But anyways, our main kind of worry right now with this storm here near Lawrence, West Virginia. I think that's Lawrence, West Virginia. No, that's Lawrence, Ohio. Wait, is that? I can't tell which. What is that? What's up, Gooseman? What's up, Henry's channel? There's a big black cloud in my west. It's starting to get very windy. Where at? I can give you a little breakdown on what's happening towards you, but you're gonna have to give me a. Okay, I don't know where this Lawrence is. What town is this for? Is this Lawrence, Kentucky, or Lawrence, Ohio? Oh, it's Lawrence, Ohio. Okay, so this is still Ohio, but right now we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Lawrence, Ohio. Right now that storm is in Lawrence, Ohio. That storm seems to be pretty concerning. It's supposedly causing 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and about half-dollar size hail. So that's not good. What's up, random Texan? You're at the park. Should you go Central Iowa? Central Iowa is... I mean, Central Iowa right now is kind of under a marginal risk right now, and mainly they're just talking about the. Hold on here. I can actually go. I can go to this. They're mainly just going to talk about the threat for damaging wind gusts, and that's about it. But right now we do have some like isolated showers here, maybe some thunder showers maybe occurring. These will be moving towards Des Moines, but right now these storms are nothing to worry about really. Um, oh, whoa, this is kind of weird wording. But our special weather statement here is for wind gusts of 50 to 55 mile per hour, higher than what has already been occurring outside of precipitation this afternoon. So just be aware out here. It's nothing to worry about. It's nothing to, you know, disrupt any day plans, but nothing to worry about. You don't have to go. That's up to you, but it's nothing to worry about, in my opinion. But the storms I do think you need to worry about are right now in West Virginia, central West Virginia. We got a big storm rolling into Lawrence, Ohio, causing 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. I mean, that's a pretty concerning storm. Is that rotation from the tornado warning earlier still ongoing? Let me check. Okay, see you later, Gooseman. I appreciate you for tuning in the stream while you could, dude. Is this the storm you're talking about, the one near Somerville? Or Somersville? I'm assuming this is the one you're talking about near Somersville. W setup? Thanks, bro. Thank you so much, Kevin. Appreciate it. Is this the one we're talking about here near Somersville? This storm is very concerning. Very, very concerning. Right now, it is producing golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts for a lot of Nicholas, southwestern Webster, southeastern Clay, and northeastern Fayette counties. Right now, that storm is moving right into Somersville. Somersville might be actually experiencing some of that golf ball size hail. So please, please watch out if you're in Somersville. This can cause a lot of damage if you're not careful. But our main kind of hail core seems to be just to the east of Lockwood. This is a very kind of condensed area here. Very high reflectivity values on DBZ. Dead air, dude. Straight up dead air. You're talking about that. Yeah, it's just dead air. Yeah, it's just dead air. It might be trying to develop a hook echo though. Again, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you're starting to see another kind of inflow, or it's starting to kind of wrap around again, I guess. You're seeing a lot, or kind of resurgence of inflow into the actual storm there, and you're starting to see the actual hook echo start to form again. But not rotating yet, but I mean, it's starting to hook out again. But Somersville right now, you're getting pounded by some hail. It's too late. But just, please be careful down the line. If you're in Nettie, Richwood, they did just issue a new severe thunderstorm warning for areas out deep in the path of this, near the Neola Wildlife Management Area, like near Neola, Cordova, North Bend. So please just be aware of this big storm heading towards you. That is a big old storm. I'm not going to play around with this storm, guys. This is a pretty concerning storm. And the fact we're getting this high DBZ values, bro, 75 is insane. That is really high reflectivity values. So, and we can actually go to vertically integrated liquid. We can see how much hail is falling in this storm. And yeah, values are maxed out. 79.54 is the highest it can go. So there is a lot of hail falling in this storm right now. So definitely a very considerable, or a very damaging storm happening out here. So please, if you're in Nettie, Fenwick, Richwood, all these areas out here, this storm is kind of taking a just generally southeast motion. So near Nettie, if you're in Nettie, Richwood, just please, get your cars in your garage, get your outdoor furniture inside while you can. Make sure if you're walking your dog outside, you just go inside for a little bit and then wait for the storm to pass, and then actually you might have another storm heading towards you after that, but just wait. Just wait. I'm telling you, it's a big storm. You're not going to want that hail kind of hitting your house. Anything for Houston tonight? Houston, don't look like it. I don't think so. looks like just pretty sunny day, beautiful day out there in Houston. So enjoy it while you can, dude. We also have a big storm right now going to the north of Charleston, West Virginia. This storm is producing quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This is for central Putnam County, northern Kanawha County, south central Rowan County, west central Clay County, south central Jackson County, West Virginia. That storm is kind of moving to the kind of east-southeast a little bit. Looking to be heading towards Clendenin. We do have a couple people out here, chasing out here. Bryce Shelton, that's a familiar name. Bryce Shelton is on our storm here, near Charleston, West Virginia. This storm does have a pretty impressive kind of hail core on it, especially on the northern part of our storm here. That northern part is actually warned for ping pong ball size hail. So please, if you're in the path of this, just be aware. You've got a big storm heading towards you, producing some pretty decent hail. I mean, ping pong ball size hail is nothing to, take lightly. That's some pretty large hail. That can do a lot of damage if you're not careful. But 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts are as well. Now moving kind of into the Aaron's area and Jarrett probably, and Big Chimney. Those are the areas that we need to look out for. Those are gonna be kind of the areas that are gonna be hit by this storm. But yeah, I mean that's a big old storm right there. I wouldn't be surprised if we have just the broadest rotation with our nah, that's really kind of just in the hail core. I say that and I don't see where the hail core is, but no, that's just vertically or winds changing with height. Our storm here, Summersville, is really starting to just get a lot of inflow. Like this storm has a very strong updraft. I can just tell you by looking at it. It's not rotating, but it is a very strong storm. Just looking at, reflectivity and velocity, like it's getting a lot of inflow. So I mean, it could actually wrap up and start rotating at any moment here as it moves east or southeast towards Nettie and Richwood. So like, if you're in these areas, I would watch out for this storm. This is a pretty decently large storm. To the west, we still have a big storm making its way through Lawrence. That storm's actually starting to develop a pretty decent hail core, especially on the couple latest scans there. That'll be moving towards Aid. And you're already probably starting to feel the effects of the storm there in Aid. So please just be aware of that storm. But for right now, those are kind of the only big storms we have going on in our risk area right now. And those will probably be one of our only ones, or these will probably be just our few supercells that we see on the models until this becomes a linear mode and we'll have to switch into like damaging wind coverage. What did I just say? It's just going to be a damaging wind event by that time. But for right now, it is kind of a hail threat, and we did have a tornado warning earlier for this Charleston area. We did have a lot of like golf ball size hail reports come out of this area earlier. But nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy or nothing too wild, but we do have to keep an eye on it. These are some pretty large storms. Wow. Yeah, this storm is this is a strong storm, guys. This is a very strong storm. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It is a pretty small enhanced risk, I will tell you that. So this is going to be a very localized kind of area that we're going to cover tonight. So I don't really know how long the live stream is going to be tonight, but we'll work with it while we can. I don't know if Sam's going to be joining us later or not, but we'll be here for the most part. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I do this quite a lot, and I put a lot of effort into these streams, and my main goal is to try and get information to these people who maybe might not have, service, or they might not have, TV or anything like that available out here, and all they have is just YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to bring weather forecasting on YouTube to like another level, if you know what I'm trying to say, like that. Like, of course, I'm not as large as Ryan Hall or Max Velocity or anybody like that. But my dream is to become as big as them one day. I just believe that with enough work and with just putting in enough work and putting in enough hours, I will get there at some point. But my main focus is just to warn these people out here, the incoming or the incoming severe weather threat, because I mean it's going to be a pretty decent risk out here tonight. Um, of course, we're not talking about like violent, intense tornadoes out here, but there's going to be some pretty large hail, damaging winds. So please, take that into account as well. We might actually, oh wow, yeah, we might actually have some rotation developing just west of Jarrett. Yeah, I don't like that. You can see it's starting to hook around just to the west of Jarrett, West Virginia there. And we can confirm that looking at velocity values because look, we have winds going one way, and we have winds going the other way. And they can clash, meet in the middle, and just rotate. That's basically what we're looking at here west of Jarrett. We've got some pretty decent rotation, not super strong, but broad. We'll keep an eye on that. If that decides to wrap up, that is pretty concerning. I do have to admit that is pretty concerning there. But I'm hopefully that scan just killed it. I think that hook's gone. Nah. Rotation's still kind of there, but I'm telling you, man, that storm is pretty concerning there, just near Jarrett. Sheesh. I'm telling y'all what I'm just looking at there. That's a pretty concerning storm there. We're back down to 7 severe thunderstorm warnings. Back down to 7. And our storm here, just to the east of Mount Lookout, now is kind of moving its way through Nettie. I called out Nettie a little while ago, and now it's in Nettie. Richwood, it's going to be hitting Richwood in the next few minutes, probably. Next few minutes to 10 minutes. I called Nettie and Richwood out. Nettie, it's hitting you guys right now. So please be aware of this big old storm that's hitting you right now. That is really concerning. Wow. This storm is still very impressive on reflectivity. Like a very impressive supercellular structure. I mean, you can just see it's got a hook. You can see just how elevated this storm looks on reflectivity. But I mean, it's got a wide open inflow. Very large hail core associated with it as well. Starting to develop a little bit of a hook echo. Nothing too crazy, but we'll keep an eye on it. It is kind of wrapping around in a couple later scans. I will tell you that. That's not good. I will tell you that. How tall is this storm? We're looking at about 40,000 feet of height, which is really, really tall. Let's go back to our storm that's now moving through Aid, and now we'll be moving towards kind of the Lesage area and Crown City out here in Ohio. That's starting to look like a concerning storm as well. That might actually be rotating. Just briefly and just to the west of Scotttown. We need to keep an eye on that. That might actually be starting to develop some rotation to the west of Scotttown. That's the area I'm watching. It's nothing too very significant yet. It's not super strong rotation. It's just super kind of weak right now, but it's starting to show the signs of what we look for in that kind of area, but you're about to call now because you'll be busy later. Okay, let me hop on. All right, guys, let's call up Sam. I think he can. I think he can call. But let's go ahead and call up Sam if he's ready. Are you ready? Hello? Okay. It's all good. Welcome back.
Can you hear me, dude?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Okay, yeah, there was a technical difficulty there, but we're here.
Alright.
Um,
All good, dude. It's all good. But,
yeah, I'm definitely noticing some upticks in rotation with some of these storms.
no, absolutely.
If they get surface based, we could have a big problem here. But,
The main
um,
storm I'm watching for um, tornado genesis right now is probably our one near Aid. Honestly, like, if you see, the area where we're looking at here is starting to have an uptick in kind of inbound, outbound winds just to the west of Scotttown. You see what I'm looking at there?
oh, yeah, I do see that. That is quite the kipper cell. Pretty
Yeah.
good hail core.
Yeah,
Just a
yeah.
combination of winds could result in a possible tornado down the lane. So they really need to extend the severe snowstorm warning here for like a tour possible or something.
I would say
We
that's a
shall see.
pretty major hail core right now that's going to be pushing kind of southeast into Crown City. If you're in Crown City, I would take precautions immediately because this hail core is coming right towards the south part of Crown City. Um,
Yeah,
that might be producing larger than quarter size hail, in my opinion. But we now do have that storm's kind of now rolling into Clendenin, West Virginia now. And oh wow, actually um they're I don't know if that no, it's just probably something to do with the hail core, but our big storm now like near Nettie and Richwood, that storm is very concerning to me. Mainly because the hail core on it is giant.
yeah,
Um, and plus, like it's starting to develop. It's really trying to actually develop a hook echo. It's trying to develop a really. It's trying to become a healthy supercell. Like it's already a healthy supercell. Don't get me wrong. It's just it's trying to maintain its like supercellular form. It is kind of taking a more southeastern turn now. It's kind of heading directly towards Cordova now in Clearco. So if you're in those areas, I would watch out. That's a big storm heading towards you. That's nothing to take lightly. That's a big storm. I think the main limiting factor out here for these supercells probably just is the fact that there are little pockets of what am I trying to say? There are pockets of vorticity and stuff out here, and a lot of stuff out here, but like it's really not as widespread as a lot of events. That's what we're seeing here. Because if this was like if this was a setup like April 2nd or something, like these supercells would be producing violent tornadoes. Like I think the main limiting factor is that there are just kind of pockets of like decent vorticity out here, and these storms are kind of working their way towards them and kind of interacting with them, but like not super much or super. What am I trying to say? Not a lot. Um,
yeah,
and also the fact that our thermos today for this area aren't super like incredible, but it is enough to warrant an enhanced risk for damaging wind threat because later on, these storms are going to become more of a linear mode as they work their way towards like Harrisonburg and Fredericksburg over here in Virginia and stuff. But that's mainly what we're looking for with these storms right now is uh, the tornadic threat, and of course, the very large hail associated with this. And I just noticed on our storm near Nettie, we might have an increase in inbound and outbound winds, but not so necessarily sure.
No, um,
Wait for the next
I'm looking
scan.
at missile analysis.
Sorry, what?
I'm looking at missile analysis right now. I did notice that the temperatures are much warmer than anticipated, because the HRRR was really painting like
Yeah.
low
HRRR
70s.
painted a very well. HRRR is kind of nailing the actual picture right now. Because what HRRR
Yeah,
painted was at least like 3 or maybe 4 isolated supercells making their way across West Virginia. That's what we're seeing right now with a couple of our things here. What's up, Top Fan? Welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, dude?
but yeah, as I was saying, the moisture. I wanted to talk about the moisture. We're looking at, get this, low 50 Ds in most
Absolutely.
of our area, or most of the area. And with the limiting cloud cover this morning, that promoted the sun to heat up the surface, and that would really, really get things warmed up. The temperatures
Yeah.
get into the 80s.
Yeah.
With
No,
that
for
temperature
sure.
dew point, that would be more leading towards a hail threat, and that's why these storms are struggling because um, you can't get a good storm to get surface base and produce a tornado if you're gonna have temperatures and dew points this far. But I mean, if we get one storm to be in the right environment for that to happen, we could have a little bit of a problem. And that is why we do have that tornado risk in place in case if we do see that kind of storm to take shape. And I also want to
Absolutely.
talk about a impressive hook echo near that storm, that long trunking supercell all the way back in near Charleston. Now it's like classic. I mean, that hook echo is pretty insane, but hopefully that does not drop a tornado, because that does, man, oh man, it'll it's not gonna be good. But
Yeah.
hopefully it'll be in roll 3.
Absolutely. I agree. On our latest scan does show our store near Nettie in Richwood, West Virginia. It's starting to hook around. It's starting to um, do what we really didn't want it to do, but um, like literally the last scan showed a pretty impressive hook echo. Um,
I don't know what the storm is doing exactly because the velocities are so okay now. Velocity is just updated. I still can't tell what's happening here with this storm.
I mean, no,
But
I definitely think our storm is rotating west of Clearcoat. It's broad,
yeah,
but it's starting to pick up in rotation for sure. Invite
oh
link
yeah.
invalid. I can try and post another invite link in chat right now. Here, Sam. Are you in chat right now?
No, I'm just on radar, but I will open chat.
Hold
Give me
on.
one
No, no,
second.
no, no, no. Hold on. Oh gosh, what am I trying to do? Okay, I made an invite link. Let me
Give me
post
one
it in
second.
chat right
Give me
now.
one
No,
second.
no, no, no. Hold on. Oh gosh, what am I trying to do? I don't know if that showed. I don't think it allows. It doesn't allow. Gosh dang it. Okay, I'm gonna edit my stream. Oh, we have a tornado warning. I'm putting the Discord in my stream's description. So I just updated my stream. There is a... That's the new invite link for the Discord server. But there you go. Sorry, I didn't know you were trying to join the server. But now we do have a tornado warning in effect for our storm here near Clearco. And yeah, I mean, this is a pretty decent looking storm here. Tornado warning for northern Greenbrier County, West Virginia. This will be moving east at about 55 miles per hour. This is radar indicated rotation, but please take shelter down the line if you're in Cordova or Droop Mountain or Golden or all these areas out here like Oscar and Leonard and Loveridge. This is a pretty concerning looking storm out here. You have a tornado warning in effect, guys. We have a tornado warning in effect. What am I trying to do? Concerning looking storm out here. Shut up, me. Live tornado. Alright, I just updated stream title. So now we do have a tornado warning in effect. All good. Alright, Ben. I'm glad we got that figured out. But this storm is also still dropping golf balls. So I say, are you still here, Sam? Like, are you good, bro? Oh no, I hung up on Sam. Shut up. I don't care. My bad, my bad, my bad. I did not mean to leave. Alright. Are you here?
Yeah, we do have a. Yep, I'm here.
Yeah, I noticed. I noticed it. I put it on my stream. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty concerning here, because we do have a pretty decent increase in inbound and outbound winds here. We really need to keep an eye on that storm there, but I feel like our storm now moving to the east towards Lesage and Crown City. You pointed out this storm earlier, and you said that this storm should have gotten an extension for Tour Possible and maybe another hail upgrade, and you were right. This is now a Tour Possible storm, and now it's producing larger hail. This storm is producing ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So if you're down the line in Milton or Mount Olive, Upland, or Swan, please be aware of this big old storm heading towards you. Not only is it producing pretty large hail, but also damaging winds and the chance for a tornado. This is actually pretty concerning because it's starting to look like a very impressive supercell to me. It's starting to look like a really impressive supercell, as well as our storm. As well as tornado warning. This storm is very impressive as well. Like, all of our storms here today have been pretty dang impressive. Not good.
Sorry. Sorry for interrupting, but I wouldn't be shocked if we have a tornado on the ground. Now here's why.
You
There's
wanted,
mountains, right?
huh? Wait, what?
Okay, so I wouldn't be shocked if we do have a tornado on the ground with our tornado one storm. Why I say that is because there's mountains and pretty high top mountains here, in 5,000 feet here, 35,000 feet, which is pretty high. And we could easily get a tornado with that, uh, with this kind of storm. It might not make it down to like elevation, uh, 1,000, 500, whatever, but at the highest mountain tops, we could actually get a tornado. So something to keep an eye on. Definitely a concerning storm to watch as this moves along.
Absolutely. I agree. I mean, these are going over the Appalachian Mountains here, so you know, this, especially this tornado warning supercell here, is going up against or going over a lot of really high topped hills and mountains over here. So who knows really what's happening out here? We don't know if there's a tornado on the ground. There might be a funnel cloud. There might we don't know. There might be just nothing happening out here. But Sam did make a good point there that you know um, we are in a very elevated area, so there could actually be a tornado on the ground, but we'll have to wait for more confirmation. They did just issue a new severe thunderstorm warning for this big kind of linear mode heading east towards or for Calhoun County, Nicholas County, Gilmer County, Lewis County, Braxton County, Upshur County, Roane County, Webster County, and Clay County, West Virginia. That'll head east towards Sutton, West Virginia. That mainly seems like a damaging wind threat right now, and maybe some quarter-sized hail falling with that one. But that is a pretty large storm, and we did just get a new upgrade with our storm that's heading uh, to the east of Clendenin. That's now heading through Dorothy and Clay, those areas. That is now a considerable storm, producing golf ball-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So please, down the line, if you are in Summersville or Craigsville, please be aware. Down the line, this storm is pretty large, and it's dropping large, damaging hail right now. Right now, that hail core is in the town of Dorothy. Um, Golf ball size hail, or maybe larger, is falling with this storm. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. That's a pretty dangerous storm there. Wow.
Yeah, we did storms.
Your audio's horrible, dude. It's not my
Really?
end. It's your end. Your audio is trash. Like, I'm not trying to sound mean, but I cannot hear you.
Do you want to try falling back and playing again?
Yeah, I'll try again. Hello?
You hear me, dude?
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
All right. As I was saying, we do have storms firing in central Kentucky, south of Lexington, and north of Somerset, Kentucky. Those
Ooh.
storms we do have to keep an eye on because those storms will grow upscale and may be problems in the future. So we shall see what those storms do.
Oh yeah, those kind of have grown upscale in the last few scans near Lancaster and Danville. Those are pretty concerning. Those are something to keep an eye on. I mean, these are in the kind of southern extent of our. Okay. Um, exit the call, I guess. But Sam did make a good point. These storms have grown upscale in the last couple scans here, near Danville and Lancaster, Kentucky. I mean, these are in the southern kind of or western kind of extent of our slight risk area, but they are going to be kind of in the same environment as they move towards more east. But we'll just keep an eye on them. Those are pretty dangerous storms. Broyles re-added my comment. I don't think he deleted my comment. I think it was you were just tweaking, bro. You got a response from him? Such an honor to get a response from him. Yeah, such an honor to get a response from Chris Broyles. Can we get a W Chris Broyles in chat? Our rotation with our tornado warning storm is kind of still there, but honestly, they might extend it out just a little bit further. Or maybe for like falling spring area. Not sure what they're going to do with that storm entirely. But W Chris Broyles, he's a W man. I hope he pulls up in chat. I think he subbed me. I'm kidding. He did not. Definitely did not. But I mean, my comment is there. He might click on my channel at one point to see me live.
I also do want to note that we might have some rotation in Grayson, Texas.
Near
Kind of hard to
what?
tell what that's on. Grayson, Grayson, Kentucky.
Grayson, Kentucky.
Little mini, little mini supercell. I think that's Kentucky. If I'm not, no, wait, is that Kentucky? I can't tell if that's Kentucky. Um, so I don't know Kentucky.
Wait, where? Grayson?
Yeah, Grayson.
Oh, it's this storm here. This isn't a radar roll, dude. Like, basically.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, oh yeah, I see the latest scan. The latest scan does actually
Yeah,
show an uptick in rotation. I don't know, they might actually tornado warn that, or at least severe thunderstorm warn it with Tor possible.
yeah, that is a mini sister.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Let's go back to our tornado
Both
warning.
radar.
Our tornado warning, or the part of our storm that is tornado warning, has now moved past Cordova and is now making its way kind of towards Golden, White Oak Grove, and Oscar. So please stay in your safe spots for at least 10-15 more minutes if you're in this tornado warning, because this storm is still making its way through these areas. This is a pretty dangerous storm here. Please be aware of it. Um, we still have a really large storm. Um, going to the east of Crown City, Ohio. I think that's Crown City, Ohio. Now this is in West Virginia, and it's making its way kind of east towards Hurricane and Poca. That is a very large supercell, by the way. Like, we need to really watch out for that one because that one is a very It just has a very concerning radar signature. Um, but right now, it is warned for half-hour size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. For right now, it's warned in Mason County, Cabell County, Putnam County, Kanawha County, Roane County, and Jackson County, West Virginia.
Yeah, I do see that.
Yeah, I mean
Is
that's a pretty large
very,
storm.
that is very.
Chris Broyles, can't believe that, man. Wow, I just realized there's like a large special weather statement that covers like all of Iowa. Not really all of Iowa, but like most of it. Like at least like 40% of Iowa is under a special weather statement right now.
I'm back.
I didn't even know you were gone. What?
I was muted for a second,
Uh,
but man, that rotation is getting pretty strong north of Greece.
North of
I'd
Grayson?
be shocked if I wouldn't be shocked if they don't. Hold on. What am I trying to say? I would be shocked if they don't put it. Not me. If they do it faster. I would be pretty shocked.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be too. That's a pretty considerable. I mean, that's a pretty decent looking signature there,
I
just
would,
west of Honeywell and near Samaria in Kentucky. They might at least tornado warn that storm. And I just now saw our storms in kind of Kentucky and or near Danville and or the storms following up south of Lexington, Kentucky are really kind of starting to grow up scale, especially our one to the southwest of Danville. We really need to keep an eye on that one. That is a pretty concerning signature there. Pretty concerning signature.
oh well, I do see that.
What?
Yeah, that storm also has some lightning with it. They're showing for some rapid intensification.
If you look at our tornado warning storm from the Roanoke, Roanoke, Virginia radar, you can actually see the rotation on that storm. Now moving just north of Falling Spring, West Virginia. That is a pretty concerning signature there. Our storm is definitely still rotating here.
Yeah,
They
I
might
do see that.
actually extend the tornado warning for an area more southeast, like towards Shyrock, or Shiruko, I don't know how to say that. Shirayok, Neola, Alvon, all these areas out here. I expect another tornado warning to get issued out here for at least in the next minute or two. This is a pretty concerning signature. Rotation is still happening here east of Falling Spring. We need a tornado warning probably right now since it has moved out of the warning box. And I think this has kind of moved into a new kind of territory now. But we should be getting a new tornado warning here pretty soon for that one.
Yeah, that storm near Grayson lost a lot of its rotation, so that's
Yeah, and
good news.
Topfan made a really decent point. Um, he pointed out that it was contaminated, and going back on previous scans, actually, I can see why he said that because it was on kind of the part of the storm where the storm would be getting its inflow. So that might have been causing some kind of um, contamination with the radar. Because usually, what can happen with that is we can have a really strong updraft right in that spot. So right here is what we're looking at. We can mistake that for rotation. That could just be the storm getting its uh, like inflow and its updraft is really like strong. Hopefully I made that clear somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been rotating a little bit, but it wasn't probably rotating to that magnitude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And they did special one that storm, or not the storm that I was expecting, but it's in Kentucky.
Ooh, wait, no,
Little,
I can. That storm really blew up on like the latest scan near Irvine or Irving.
oh yeah, my goodness, dude. As
That
soon
is
as
now producing wind gusts up to 40 mile per hour and pea-sized hail. That'll be heading towards Campton area, like maybe south of Campton. That storm has grown upscale literally in like 2 scans.
no, just in one scan, it just blew up,
Yeah,
literally.
that's concerning.
I could see why the special weather statement was not stating that. Wouldn't be shocked if they do that to the same as these other storms over here, going upscale too as well, near Danville. But
Gosh, we saw the crazy hail core on our storm north of Summersville, West Virginia. Just a massive storm. Hold on, Sam, take over
they
real quick. What?
read up real quick. Okay. So
Yeah.
we do have, let's see, we do have, how many severes? We do have 6 severes. I'm not sure what they're going to do with this tornado warning, but, I guess they're going to let it expire. And we shall see if it's severe or a tornado warning. But we do have a storm that's approaching Kingston, and once again, you guys got hit by a last storm on that had tornado warning with it. Now you guys are getting hit by another storm, but again, generally in the same spot. So it does have a severe thunderstorm warning with it. For 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half dollar size hail, so be on the lookout for that. Um, it is it is best to get away from windows and just get inside. It's not really worth going outside and risking yourself to to dangerous weather. Um, so that's the Charleston storm and West Virginia regarding for you. For golf, fall size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. different way, Bickmore, Kansas, Craigville, Mud, Mudley, Swift, and New Orleans, Dempsey, Calvin, Tesla Crosswind, Camden, Valley, Drennan, Mount Nebo, Somersville, and Pondville. So, consider getting away from windows as that storm has the capabilities of producing golf balls. We just got a new severe. My goodness, that storm is going up so rapidly. My goodness, we already have a severe, and this storm has not even been here for 2 scans. So this storm has the capabilities of 69,000 gusts and quarter-size hail. So make sure you guys are away from windows on that. 'Cause that storm will be a problem
Okay, I'm
once
back.
it heads further
I'm
into
back, Sam.
eastern Kentucky. Farther a little west, we do have clustered storms here. They're trying to do something, but
I'm
we
back.
shall see what they do. Yeah, dude, woman, they already severe warned that storm in Kentucky, which is actually crazy. But I mean, that storm is going up so rapidly too, so
Whoa.
that storm might be a problem. It
What's up,
is the truth.
Airborne? Where's everybody getting these responses from Chris Broyles on his like NOAA channel? What in the world, though, dude?
I'm saying it just got severe warning. I mean, they had no hesitation to put a uh, severe
Well,
warning
we
on them.
do new, but we do new. Ah, I can't talk. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Powell County, Morgan County, Estill County, Breathitt County, Lee County, and Wolfe County, Kentucky. This is for our storm we've been watching here to the east of Irvine. This has grown upscale in 2 scans, and they literally went from 1 scan special weather statement, and then the new scan severe thunderstorm warning, which is insane, but that's crazy.
I do want to check the environment here for this storm because it is the street. Yeah, not favorable for tornadoes, although, you know what? Yeah, no. Well, 82 on top of 55, 81 on top of 52. Yeah, man, that's not gonna cut it. But I mean, we do have enough tape. The tape is getting tapped out, so I don't know if that storm is actually gonna do something because
What's up,
the
Pete?
cap is building,
Welcome to the
the
stream,
cap
Pete.
is
How you doing
building.
today?
What is this? This is yeah, this is cap, right? Yeah, the cap is building in here. I don't know how that storm is going to battle the cap. I do want to take a look at Echo Tops to see if that is over the cap here. Um, let's take a look at Echo Tops. Yeah, the Echo Tops on the storm is wow, my goodness, yeah, that's over the cap. But most likely we have cloud tops as high as 38,000 feet, 41,000 feet. Getting a pixel 42. Yeah, so 42,000 feet on the storm already, which is actually insane. So that storm is most likely beating the cap there.
Whoa! Alan for the
What
$20 dono!
W Allen
Yo! Thank you
Allen
so
AB
much, dude! Holy crap!
Allen
You
Allen is
did not have
literally
to do that! Holy crap. I'm
he
hoping.
doesn't
Wait,
do
I'm
this.
hoping that's. No, no, no. I'm hoping. Did you mean to send that, dude? Like, be for real. I can. Like, that's crazy, dude. Doing good. I'm glad you're doing good, Pete. I'm glad you're doing good, man. Holy crap. Thank you so much, Alan. Yeah, those updraft Holistic tracks everyone kept overhyping and stuff was hail. Exactly, dude. They also represent hail in cases, and that was most certainly not tornadic circulations, chat. Supercells and strong updrafts do not always indicate tornadoes, chat. Thank
Yeah,
you
that storm was
so much, Alan. Like, I'm being so serious. Holy cow. Um, wow. Um, yo. Alan, you're such a W, dude. You're such a W mans, dude. I cannot believe you, dude. Thank you so much, Alan. I really appreciate it. I can't. You have been such a big channel supporter, dude. I cannot express for words how thankful I am for you right now. That is so incredible. Thank you so much, Alan.
pretty sure they're gonna allow that tornado 1 and 2 expire because got 4 minutes left. They already extended the year for that, so I highly doubt they're gonna issue a tornado warning for that.
Yeah, I agree. To add to what Sam said about the cap in place, however, is forecasted to break in the next hour or two, and if that cap is able to break, we can see the tornado threat start to ramp back up. Yeah, tornado threat is far from over. You called airborne the Diaz Denture earlier? Bro. However, for now, these storms, they are going to struggle to rotate. Yeah, I agree. But, you know, as the lower level jet starts to kick up, as we move into the evening time, that'll start to ramp up the tornadic threat.
Yeah, speaking of the low level jet, that storm that just got severe warned, and the storm that just popped up in like 2 stands. Yeah, that storm is in a 35 low level jet, 35 knot low level jet. So I mean, that storm could
That's not
easily
that.
get steered.
That is not that.
I
He's
mean,
talking
that's in
about
the
this storm
highest.
near Campton, Kentucky. Are you talking about that storm near Campton, Kentucky, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about that one that just popped up and like exploded,
Yeah, no, I agree.
literally.
This storm moving towards Campton is producing quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. It could be producing larger. I mean, a lot of these storms in Kentucky have grown up scale in the last few scans, especially this one near Campton. We really need to keep an eye on that storm because that is isolated. That's going to have the chance to become kind of a supercell too. We'll just keep an eye on it.
I wonder, I wonder if the Mosers from the west might impact the storm down the line.
I have no clue what you just said. Like, your audio is still horrible.
Oh my
Sorry.
goodness, dude.
It's all good. They're merging and even possible terrain interactions are helping them rotate, but they just can't get it done because it's still not enough fuel. 35 knot lower level jet will do it for West Virginia for sure. For sure. We have a really big storm moving through like North Charleston or just like the northern Charleston area. Why is South Charleston in like the northwest part of Charleston? You want to
That
explain
is
that?
crazy.
You want to explain that? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, we have a big
Make it
storm here.
make
Producing
it.
quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. New severe thunderstorm watch. I can briefly cover that, actually. Yeah, new severe thunderstorm watch issued for a lot of central Virginia, mainly calling for the threat 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts likely and large hail and isolated very large hail events to 2 inches in diameter possible. Supercells will continue to move eastward this evening while posing a threat for large to very large hail. They're not even talking about a tornado threat. Like 10%. Like, really, that's not even.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
not.
that's so sweet. I
Yeah,
love broils,
yeah,
man.
they're not. Yeah,
I feel like no. I
like
feel like they're like obligated to say that.
I could see why the SPC is not popular. But one thing, the moisture. Another thing, is I don't know. Moisture is the limiting factor. And
Yeah,
we've
there's not
got
a lot of. I
days.
mean, like our dew points out here, like our temp dew point spread is not super high, like Sam mentioned. So this could actually limit storm development quite a bit, but we'll see as
It
time.
wouldn't really.
Ooh, yeah, another storm starting to fire up near our Campton storm. Literally, last scan it did what our other storm did. So it's probably interacting with that same pocket of like, I don't know. It could be interacting with just a little, like a pocket of cape or a pocket of like really elevated cape or something or surface cape that's super high. I don't know. Or it could just be interacting with, um,
It's probably low level jet because
yeah,
that's where
yeah,
the
yeah. I agree,
strongest.
I agree. Yeah.
That's the
Actually, I can
strongest.
take a look. Wait, let's go to College of DuPage.
I'm looking at missile analysis right now, and that's where the strongest rocket is low level jet. That is probably why these storms are actually exploding. Um, the Cape is becoming camp, but that is not really mirroring these storms. So these storms are really getting above that cap and really trying to um
What is
get
like the?
themselves
I wonder what the
frozen.
actual like lower level jet is out here for this area. Let me
Yes,
look.
35 knots. There's a pocket of 35 knots where those severes are. But if you go onto the SPC website and you look at mesoanalysis and choose the sector that you want to choose, there's a pocket, a very small pocket, but it's there of 35 knots. So I mean, it is strengthening. So it's interesting to see how these storms evolve going into more eastern Kentucky.
On vertical velocity, it has our supercells pushing all the way into Northern Virginia. These might be extreme hailers all the way still into Northern Virginia. Like, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, yeah. Top fan put the SBC mesoanalysis in Discord, so if you want to take a look at that, so when you do get a
Yeah, I saw Top Fan posted that. I'm on it.
and there's a whole bunch of stuff you can look at. There's like SRH, there's Kate, there's so much you could look at, dude. So much. A lot of products I don't use, but there's most of them I do use. There's just some I don't know what they are, but I know most of the products and what they're. It's sorted out into categories. There's thermodynamics, one category, circular another, then composites, another category, and then there's observations. There's, uh, it is a very useful tool when forecasting events rather than forecasting in the future as the weather. You could just pull up measurement in the system. You could see what the environment is in basically real time. So that is very, very useful in many ways. When
Um, yeah, I can understand why we have what we're seeing here in Kentucky. Wait, what did you look at for lower level jet? Wait, what model? Wait,
Alright, so are you on mesoanalysis, dude? Are you on mesoanalysis?
yeah.
Alright, so you see the categories, right? Go
Mm-hmm.
to upper air and go to 850 millibar analysis version 2. You click on that, and it basically there's light blue, there's blue, and there's like little circles, and it tells you what the number is.
I see. I see like 30 and 35.
Yeah, the 35. There's a little pocket of 35 right there. So that storm is basically really in it. And the local jet is still supposed to strengthen. Yeah, yeah, it is going to strengthen 40 knots. And
40 knots in like central Virginia.
yeah, yep, you're pretty. Yeah, I really do like my zone analysis.
Of course, Kevin. Like it's crazy, bro. Broyles is my bro now. I think me and him are just bros. Hello? What happened? Henry,
I
I am
honestly don't.
currently streaming right now. I'm on call with Sam, so I'm gonna say unfortunately not. I hope you understand why. It's not that I don't want to, but I am currently streaming right now, and I am on call with Sam. But so that's why I said no.
Hold on, let me just check it.
Ooh, 55 knots. That's insane. We do have kind of an uptick on reflectivity values with our storm here. That was once tornado warned. It's now moving into Western Virginia, where it's going to be interacting with um, enhanced shear. Um, it's going to start interacting with that lower level jet soon. This storm might blow up in strength. Like this might become tornadic here pretty soon. Like I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Um, it's still definitely a very healthy supercell. Still has a very strong updraft. I can tell just because looking at reflectivity values. It's got a very strong inflow. Also, you can
Alright,
double click near a storm to get the environment. W's. Wait.
I just want to let you know that I'll be eating dinner pretty soon, so in about 10 to 15 minutes. So I will be briefly be gone, but we'll be back after if you're still alive.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Thank you, Kevin, for telling me about that. That was very useful.
So,
Um,
um,
our big storm that uh is now going south of Somerville is kind of blowing up now. I said kind of twice. I don't know why. It's kind of blowing up. Yeah, using that environment to its advantage now. It's now producing a half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts now. That will be moving to the east, southeast a little bit, like towards the Manning Knob, Big Mountain, and Blue Knob area. We saw a giant storm northeast of Charleston, West Virginia. Like, that's a big old storm. It's producing, like, quarter-size hail, or at least a little bit smaller than quarter-size hail, and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So still a pretty decently strong storm there. I do think we're up to 8 likes on the stream. Thank you guys so much for the support so far on the stream. We're up to 1 hour of coverage so far. Wow, we have a holy cow. We have a big storm west of Huntington. West of Huntington, Kentucky. Or wait, Huntington, West Virginia. Wait, where? Yeah, Huntington, West Virginia. Whoa. Whoa, guys. It looks like it's honestly starting to develop a very strong rear inflow jet. Like, it's starting to develop an RFD with our Huntington storm. You see what I'm looking at there?
Radar's being slow for me, so I don't know what you're talking about, but I probably will watch this.
Oh gosh, Tim Marshall's in my chat now. Here's the Tuscaloosa Terrorizer.
Oh, there's gonna be timber.
Gosh.
You're banned, buddy.
Tim Marshall's in my chat now.
I'm kidding.
Goodness.
Oh my gosh, it's the goat.
I know what you did in Diaz, bro. Don't play with me, bro. But we need to keep an eye on our storm here near Huntington, West Virginia. That's honestly a pretty concerning storm too. They did just issue a new severe thunderstorm warning for our storm. We've been watching here near Campton, Kentucky. It's still producing quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. But now it's new severe
You know what,
thunderstorm warning for Morgan County, Breathitt County, Magoffin County, Lee County, and Wolfe County, Kentucky.
I might just pull it up on my phone. Pull up radar on my
I
phone because
noticed
my
that too,
computer
Kevin.
is.
The Moore murderer, Barnstable Basher, Hollister Hunter, Gerald Jockey. Oh,
Wow.
holy crap. Holy hook
What?
echo.
What?
Look at our
Yeah. Did you
latest.
see it? Did you see it, dude?
Ooh,
The Campton one.
yeah, I
Are you
see
talking
it.
about the Campton one?
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Oh
We
God.
have a very strong. That literally came together on the latest scan.
What do you mean? Just the hook itself, or are we talking about the lot?
The hook itself came in on the latest scan.
That could also be a cell merger, and as I was talking about earlier, remember I said that
I
it's to the west,
honestly,
but
I don't think it's a cell merger because look at like just look at where the reflectivity values are on the storm. It's not a cell merger, not yet at least. It's
well,
kind. I mean, it is interacting with the cell to the south a little bit, but not to where it's going to merge just yet. Our storm to the northeast is still very predominantly stronger than the storm to the southwest. That is a hook echo. That is not anything other. Um, it's not merging right now. That is, without a doubt, I think that is a hook echo.
oh my goodness, that hill core near that, that long tracking supercell is moving into Virginia right now.
We
I
really need to keep an eye
think
on that storm.
that that hill core is insane.
Yeah, it's not a cell merger. It's
That
just reflectivity values being weird. But that is a hook echo, I promise you.
we'll see if it does continue with that.
Ooh.
Even if it doesn't,
Yeah,
it's
I
still gonna
think
get hit by.
this. Yeah, this storm is starting to interact with the. We're starting to see the updraft helicity patterns now with this storm. Um. Yeah, but honestly, our storm is starting to interact with a lot of the like elevated shear now in Western Virginia. There is a lot of shear here in this area, and our environment out here, 68, 48. I mean, it's not super conducive for storms, but it is very decent. Very large hail threat. I definitely believe that. Look at
Most
this
likely,
hail
most
core. That has to be producing larger than $half size hail.
yeah.
What are we getting on DVC values? Like, I wonder. 77. Wow. I haven't seen a reflectivity value that high for a while. That's a
You
very strong
stand.
storm. Jeez. Which is a sign that today is mainly hail, but the
Yeah.
lesser instability will be able to promote a weak tornado or two for sure. As 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 well, like as the lower level jet increases, tornado threat is going to start to increase as well.
Dude,
But I
I do
do
not know.
think the threat is going to be mainly hail. What?
I just hung up for a quick second, and I don't even.
Huh?
It just hung up. The phone itself hung up. Don't ask me.
Oh.
I just. Noticed
We
it.
might be starting to develop some rotation with our storm near Nettie and Richwood. Just keep an eye on that. Nothing too insane yet, but it's just broad right now. But I mean, it might start to hook. It might start to actually like uptick. I'm not sure though. The Hackleberg heckler rates at the DF0. We got effective shear of 65 to 70 knots with 155 SRH. Ooh, yeah. That's pretty strong values there. Wow, our Huntington, Kentucky storm, dude. Like, look at this storm. I mean, it's not like rotating a lot, but it's starting to develop
Oh my
quite
goodness.
a
Dude,
lot.
that hook, that hook, um, that hook near the radio site in Kentucky, yeah, that storm is going to, that storm might do something.
Yeah, I don't like that. So I have a hook echo weather storm here west of Van Cleve, Kentucky. Here, that's a very concerning. Just look on our radar there. Jeez, that's
Meanwhile,
crazy.
you have increasing inflow, yeah, increasing inflow on a storm in Berea,
This one,
no,
that seems to just be like a
BER,
bunch of messy kind of storm development for right now. That's not rotating. Did
coming
you
from
say?
here.
Wait, did you say it's rotating?
No, I just said there's increasing inflow near Crab Orchard.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, you can see the more higher velocity values.
yeah,
So we're getting some updrafts, maybe even some missile cyclones to get it
yeah, for sure. I agree. That's a pretty strong storm there. That is a pretty strong. Let's go back to our storm here in Virginia, because this is the one that we've been watching for a while now. It might actually start to be developing. No, I don't know. It might start to develop a gecko here pretty soon.
seems like an elevated storm now. Those velocities are quite contaminated, I'll say,
Gosh, that's a giant
indicative
hail
of,
core, dude.
yeah, dude, it's quite insane. What are the DBZ values on that? Let me check. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the DBZ values.
I'm getting
72,
71,
72,
72 seems like.
73.
You got 73? Okay. Alright, I guess. That's a storm. Our clock is
That's
probably off.
definitely some small hill vicinity. But that is something.
With the better instability, that's concerning if most mergers continue to strengthen up drafts. For sure, I agree.
Roman,
But
I am going to eat dinner. I'll maybe. Are you still gonna be live? By the way,
probably, I mean, our event's still going on.
or I'll let you know when I come back on here.
Alright,
But
sounds good. See you, dude.
I'll see you.
Alright, so Sam's going to eat dinner, so we'll see him in just a little bit. But right now, let's go back to coverage. Because we still have quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right now. We actually have 6 still. 6 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. We have about like 2 tornado warnings today. There's going to be severe weather on your birthday. Well, happy birthday, dude, but that sucks. Let's keep an eye on our storm here near Van Cleve, Kentucky, because this is still a very concerning signature with our storm here. Just the fact that it's this isolated, and the fact it's going to be in an environment with decent enough shear in this RH. This could try and spin up. I mean, this could try and spin up. It could try and do something here. Will it? We'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait for the next scan. Scans are taking a little bit to come in here. Let's go to our storms near Charleston, especially this one just to the east of Barbersville, now moving towards Milton and Hurricane. This storm's still producing quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Yeah, I agree too, Kevin. I agree. We'll continue to stay alive until we don't have a reason to, but for right now, this event is kind of starting to get underway, of course. But if I do have to end stream, I will, of course. But for right now, I don't have a reason to. We're getting pretty high DBZ values, though, on our storm here. Still, like 73. Gosh, that's a big storm. Yeah, it's wrapping up well, but I'm not trusting that presentation so much. Yeah, I agree. But the presentation that I'm trusting is our storm north of Clifton Forge, Virginia. That is a very strong storm. That'll be moving. General motion with that storm is kind of southeast towards Copeland, Griffith, and Denmark. Those kind of areas around there. So if you're down the line, get your cars inside the garage, get any outdoor furniture that you need inside before it gets damaged. What's up, Storm Watchers? Weather, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Strong winds with its outflow. Of course, this is a pretty strong storm still. And we ask anybody who's watching the stream, if you know anybody out here, if you um, know anybody that is just interested in weather and is just willing to, listen to weather forecasts like me, consider sharing them the stream, because I do this for a long time. Like, I usually go live for quite a while during severe weather events, and I like to do this because I like to let people know about ongoing severe weather, and usually um, a lot of a lot of severe weather forecasters don't listen, or they're too big enough to answer every question. But right now, I can answer every question that people have for me, uh, and that's my main purpose right now, is just to try to question, or just try to answer everybody's questions right now about the severe weather out here today, and just in general. But we need to let the people out here know about the risks and um, the potential outcomes of these storms. So if you know anybody out here, or if you're just nice enough to, please share the stream with a family member or friend, because it's very nice, and it helps me out quite a bit as well. It helps get the stream out to a lot of other people. Plus, we ask, what? There will be no slabbing on my watch. 70 dBz and 500 mil. Wow, mixed layer cape with 7 to 8 lapse rates is impressive. Curious if it's overdoing the hail on that. 500 mixed layer cape does not produce such large hail like that. It's something like 55 to 60, but 70 can't think of it. Yeah, because you hate anchor bolts, bro. But we ask that you please share the stream, or at least like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me out. It just helps me out a lot. My PayPal is in the description of this stream. That is only if you want to donate. I don't ask that you do, but if you want to, it is there if you want to. I really appreciate the support we've gotten on the stream so far. We have 9 likes. We're almost halfway from our goal, which is pretty impressive. Thank you guys so much for the support so far. And I still have to edit quite a couple videos tonight. So expect some videos at least coming up this week on the channel. Those will be bangers, chat. Those will be bangers. So please keep an eye out on that one. Can't stay long, but wanted to check in and like the stream and say hi and stuff. Alright, well, see you later, Storm Watchers Weather. Thank you for tuning in the stream, dude. I really appreciate it. It's always nice just to tune in and say hi every once in a while. Even if you don't stay for a while, just, tune in and say hi. And, just to get an update on the severe weather, Yeah, it is a pretty impressive hail core near Copeland, Virginia. That is a very impressive hail core. What in the world? The Selmer Slaughter. That is insane, chat. We're up to 11 likes on the stream. Thank you guys so much. I just saw that increase. Wow. Thank you guys so much. Wow. Really appreciate the support so far. See you later, Storm Watchers Weather. Thank you so much for tuning in the stream while you could, dude. Let's go back to our storm in Kentucky, because we do have a very large storm right now making its way through Van Cleve and Mocked in Tallby, Kentucky. We've been watching this storm at least for the last 15 minutes or so, and it's kind of moving right over the radar, so it's pretty contaminated right now, but it is a pretty concerning storm there. It's producing quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I'm the Tri-Strait Trojan, bro. What? You're the senior extremist? Dude, that's crazy. That is insane. But we also Still need to keep an eye on all of our storms here. We still have a very... actually, we have another really strong hail core developing right over Cordova. Again, this place has gotten hit quite a bit today. But another storm hit in Cordova, West Virginia, with at least half-dollar-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That's not good. So a big storm hitting there. Please be aware about that. That'll be moving to the east a little bit, but that's also going to be pretty isolated for the most while. When it moves into Virginia, that'll start to develop a more kind of hail and tornado-driven threat. As it'll start to develop a more, or as it'll start to interact with a more capable environment. Our storm now moving into Hurricane, West Virginia. What in the world? Wait. What? Okay, I'm gonna move to West Virginia. That's actually so funny. What in the world? There is literally a town named Hurricane and then a town named Tornado in West Virginia. That is so funny, actually. What in the world? I wonder how the people in Tornado, West Virginia, react when they get a tornado warning. Do they, like, run outside and start screaming? Like, what? The Tornado Post Office, bro. What? What? Hey, Tim Marshall, I found your town. Tim Marshall, I found your birthplace. I found your birthplace. That's kind of funny. I didn't know that there was a town named Tornado in West Virginia. That's actually really funny. Our storm here near Warm Springs has kind of weakened in the last few scans. I do have to admit, the hail core has gotten a lot less impressive on our storm here. So I don't know. It may be going through a period of like recycling, or it might try and dissipate a little bit. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning. I heard the ticker go off. That is for our storm here in West Virginia. Now Charleston, West Virginia. Oh, wow. Look at that. Tornado, West Virginia is now under a severe thunderstorm warning. So now we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Putnam County, Kanawha County, and Lincoln County, West Virginia. Moving east at 65 miles per hour. Places in the path are Charleston, Jefferson, South Charleston, Tornado, Dunbar, Coal Fork, St. Albans, and Elm Creek. Yeah, 4.9. Dude, that's crazy. I agree, Top Fan. I agree. I still can't believe there's a town named Tornado. That's actually hilarious. Our hail core has kind of picked up on our storm here near Hurricane. Hopefully that doesn't move towards Tornado. I can't, dude. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I am going to have to eat dinner here in a bit, so hopefully Sam comes back sometime before back from dinner, because I'm still going to want to cover this, but we'll let Sam cover for at least a little while longer while I go eat dinner. But yeah, I mean, these storms are still very isolated right now, but I can't type chat. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the velocity values on our storm here near Clifton Forge, Virginia. Honestly, our storm really isn't rotating a lot. It was rotating earlier. It actually had a tornado warning earlier. Got a pretty decent storm moving southwest of Richwood. We got a pretty decent storm moving southwest of Richwood. They did just issue a new severe thunderstorm warning. For Nicholas County, West Virginia. Let's read that again. Nicholas County, West Virginia, Kanawha County, West Virginia, Webster County, Clay County, and Fayette County, West Virginia. That is for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Now, Summersville, Craigsville, all these areas of Wyden, Eagle, Birch River, Boggs, Tioga, Enon, Zella, Lockwood, Bickmore, Adon, Nija, they are under a severe thunderstorm warning right now for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as that storm will be continuing to move to the east. Mainly a damaging wind threat right now, but we are up to 7 severe thunderstorm warnings right now, chat. We have been live for about an hour and a half for this event. We will continue to stay live until we feel any not to do so. Wow. Our storm here now moving to the east of the radar here now, near 4 Acre and Bays, Kentucky, still has a pretty decent hook echo. Alright. Real quick, chat, I'm going to go eat dinner. Real quick, if Sam comes back, tell him I'm going to eat dinner. But yes, I'm going to eat dinner real quick, chat, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Hello, 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 I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that, chat. Sorry about being gone. I had to go eat some dinner. But I am back. I think Sam said he was going to be back as well at some point. Yeah, not a lot to go over at the moment right now. But let's go ahead and cover what we got going on right now, at least. We still got some stuff going on. Not a lot, but we got some stuff going on. In fact, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for our big storm here just north of Lexington, Virginia now. They did just kind of issue a new severe thunderstorm warning for that one, and now this storm is producing ping pong ball size hail. So if you're in Allegheny County, Virginia, whoa. The city of Buena Vista, city of Lexington, Rockbridge County, Virginia, Bath County, Virginia, Amherst County, Virginia, and Greenbrier County, West Virginia. Please be aware of this big storm here, producing ping pong ball size hail. This storm's gonna be moving towards Lexington. Do I think the main hail core is gonna hit Lexington? No, I think it's gonna mainly go to your north. But Cornwall, areas near Henry Hill and Round Hill definitely will get impacted by this hail core. Wow. That is a big storm. Wow. We're getting DVZ values of 75. 75 is really high. Jeez. But that's what we got going on right now, chat. Big storm. Making its way north of Lexington, Virginia. We do have somebody on that storm, Peter Forrester. Don't know if he's chasing it or not, but we'll keep an eye on it. Also do have another storm producing ping pong ball size hail to the west. Wait, is that? Wait, what warning is that for? I don't know. But we do have a storm back here towards the Neola Wildlife Area in Chirac and Neola. This storm is also got a pretty decent hail core on it. That might be producing quarter-size hail or larger. We also do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect still for Charleston and areas near there for this little area or this little storm, which seems to be making its way across areas near Charleston, but it is slowly dying. So that'll probably be allowed to expire at some point. Be right back. Alright, see you later, dude. We do have a storm moving into Summersville, and Persinger Ford, and Craigsville here pretty soon. This storm's going to be causing quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here pretty soon. Alright, Sam is back. Welcome back, Sam.
All right.
Welcome back.
Good time, I guess.
Huh?
8 o'clock. Just tuned in and it's 8 o'clock. Pretty nice timing here. But,
You're pretty
still
decent
the
timing.
What?
Pretty decent timing, yeah.
Any tornado warnings since that last one?
Nope. Mainly just severe thunderstorm warnings. I was gone eating dinner as well, so. But we do have
Yeah.
a very concerning storm making its way north of Lexington, Virginia.
Oh boy.
I didn't know if you saw that or not, but yeah, that is a very concerning storm just on reflectivity alone. Because I was reading DBZ values of 75. That is a very strong storm. Producing at least ping pong ball size hail, maybe larger. We don't know what this storm is producing right now because this storm is very, very large. And it is in kind of an area right now where it's going to be using the environment to its advantage. I did also notice that we do have some cells kind of popping up to the west near Washington, D.C. Do you see that as well? These are mainly kind of just thunderstorms right now. Nothing to worry about. Maybe small hail and heavy rain, and maybe a brief damaging wind gust or two, or at most. But these are literally prefrontals. Literally, please don't worry about those right now because that's not going to be anything to worry about.
Do you want me to go over all of these statistical ones? Um,
Yeah, you go ahead and
um,
go over all the severe thunderstorm warnings. I'm gonna try and go to. I'm actually gonna go to the NWS while you go over severe thunderstorm warnings.
oh, so we do have five severe thunderstorm warnings. So still a little bit after an active structure. And this will continue for quite some time, but our first severe thunderstorm warning that I'm going to go over here is for this one, your Lexington, Virginia here. Uh, this is going for um, parts of Lexington, Buena Vista, Clifton Forge, Dawson, Fort Central, Millville, and New Orleans. The hazard is ping pong balls by tail and sticking out windows. So stay away from windows and stay away from the outside world because this if you don't um stay inside, this could be very harmful. This is some really large hail too. I mean, on radar, this is detecting 73 DBZ values, and now there's 30 and 10. So now make sure your tires are in your garage at all full. Just make sure to protect your items, your valuables, next storm. As that storm will be heading towards Southville, Livingston, and that general area in Virginia. Now, our another we got another severe for Charleston. West Virginia. You guys been under a few severe thunderstorm warnings earlier this afternoon, and now you're under another one here. So now, first is Charleston, Glenn, Christiansville, Jefferson, Dunbar, Elkview, and Cross Range. You guys can expect, well, not expect, you guys could possibly see 60-minute flooding gusts and quarter-size hail. And actually, the source is public, but down at the bottom, it's all the indicators, which is making me question myself too. Either way, you guys should stay away from windows and stay inside because that storm could also be causing a little bit of a punch if you're doing a solar storm in this area north of us. That'll be pushing off to the east. And also, we don't have these storms in Kentucky that are really trying to show themselves here. We got a special weather statement here for Preston,
Wait,
for
what? Wait, what did you say? Did you wait? What?
what did
What did you say about the storms in Kentucky?
we got special weather statements in Kentucky, and they're really showing themselves.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
We,
Nah, I heard something different.
what did you hear, dude? I'm kind of curious.
I thought you said something about like the storms killing themselves, and it was just a weird way of wording it. I don't
Um,
know. I don't know if you were talking about that or, but yeah, I mean, our storms here in Kentucky, we've been watching these storms for a while. I mean, these storms are pretty concerning, especially the one making its way towards Prestonburg or Prestonsburg. It still kind of has a
yeah,
hook echo, but it's not too concerning right now.
I'm
Ooh,
expecting
it just got severe
similar.
thunderstorm warning. Now we do have a severe
Oh,
thunderstorm warning in effect for Martin County, Johnson County, Floyd County, and Pike County, Kentucky. That does include Prestonsburg, Wonder, Whale, Piso, Laura, Kentucky. And that is for our storm here we've been looking at with our big hook echo here. Um, does kind of have a little uptick in inflow. I mean, this storm does have a pretty decent updraft. I can tell just by looking at reflectivity and velocity alone. But we are up to 7 severe thunderstorm warnings still. If if nothing happens in the next few minutes, I don't know. We might be able to end stream, but we'll keep going here for a little bit. I still have to record a video tonight.
yeah.
Um,
Um, that storm that is in Kentucky, the one that just got severe one. that might be able to do something because that storm is in a really good environment. Supportive for some large hail, as noted from radar.
Yeah.
I am also noticing that we do have an eagle split um, on that storm, which is very notable. Usually, eagle splits are indicative of um, very not large supercells, but very notable supercells. We basically got two RFPs.
Yeah.
The main is the one. I don't know if you don't even know what I'm saying, but I'm sure you can see it from radar there. We've got some sort of eagle for it. But I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
It's
about.
the one for Preston Bridge.
Yeah.
It's very notable. Also, we got a supercell behind it. That might actually do the same thing. Um, so we shall see what these storms from Kentucky do. Mm. They are in a good environment, like I said.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on these
We
ones.
we've got a low level jet of 34 to 30 knots. And
Yeah,
those in the low
absolutely.
levels could support a localized tornado threat. However, we do have some sort of well actually it's at 82. I can't tell if that's 52 or 82 temperatures, but once the sun goes down, the temperatures will go down as well. And we could have an uptick in a tornado threat. So that'll be something to watch very closely. Because the sun is starting to
Absolutely.
set here and temperatures are going to go down. So it'll be very interesting to see later in the next couple of hours and see how the tornado threat is. Because those cells in Kentucky might be the main tornadic producers. I mean, of course, we did have some attempts in West Virginia earlier today, but they didn't really do anything other than pack a punch on a hail threat there. And we do still got a very intense hail force still on our Virginia storm. That is crazy. This storm has been ongoing for hours,
Yeah,
and that's not even
for sure. Like, this storm has been. Like, I can go back in previous frames. Like, I can go back all the way to 100 frames. This storm has been basically.
basically start from Cincinnati, from Cincinnati, and that is a very very long stretch there.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. Like, that's. You're. Like, you can see the storm right here in Maysville. It's still ongoing. Like, that storm is still ongoing. That's a very long tracking supercell, guys.
Fortunately, it is elevated, so it might not have a tornado threat with it. However, I mean, man, the hail is quite the threat here. I mean, we're still seeing DBZ values over 70, which is insane.
Yeah, for
And this
sure.
has been having DBZ values over 70 ever since Kentucky near Maysville and Cincinnati area. So this storm is really showing itself off here with the hail threat. Also, the wind threat has been quite noticeable too, but luckily the tornado threat has been on the low side of things.
Absolutely.
So I guess that's some good news there, but we'll watch it just in case. But the tornado threat for right now is on the lower side of things. But like I said, as the sun goes down, temperatures go down as well.
Yep.
We might see an uptick in tornado pickup.
Yeah, absolutely. Our storm here near Prestonbury is still pretty impressive, and
Yeah,
as Sam said, with that eagle split as well.
that storm might do it. I don't know yet. It might.
Yeah, it
It could
might.
do something.
It might. It absolutely might. The thing I'm just
If
most worried about is the environment out here. I mean, the environment out here is pretty decent. 78 over 55 from the nearest station. 79 over 55. Never mind. It's pretty conducive out here for pretty. I mean, it's not super high dew points, but it is pretty decent.
Yeah, and the temperatures are going down as we speak. So That storm right now will
Yeah, the lower level
probably
jet is
be
going to start to increase quite a bit, actually.
yeah.
So, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know how long we'll be able to stay live, but I do have to record another video tonight. I still have to finish editing my, um, rating the tornado vid. Like, my, editing software keeps on crashing. Like,
Um,
I've been trying to edit that video, but I'll promise I'll
with
get that out sometime early this week. At least tonight or early tomorrow. Or tomorrow, sometime. I'll try to.
one, if you take a look from the Nashville radar and look at the Pressenberg storm, you could see it does have a upper level mesocyclone. Some very broad locations.
From the Nashville radar?
Knoxville, Knoxville, just south.
Knoxville.
Yeah,
Okay.
Knoxville, Tennessee. If you use that radar and look at a Pressenberg storm, it does have rotation in the upper level. So,
Oh, yeah, I do see that. East of
if there's,
Prestonsburg?
yep,
Yeah, I do notice that.
yeah,
We'll
that might
keep
be
an
the,
eye on it.
yep,
Looks like it's starting to rotate in the really upper levels of the atmosphere. Or it's starting to rotate in the elevated areas of the storm here. So I don't know. On the next few scans, we could start to see actual development with our storm here in Kentucky. But we'll keep an eye on it. Is Davis still live? Or did he end?
yeah, he ended.
He ended.
Oh my gosh, dude, this tail core is still insane. Wow.
I wonder how long we've had like 70 DBZ values.
I would say about hours, about 4 hours
Yeah,
by now.
consistently. Our hail core right now is going to be moving directly towards Montebello and near the Main Top Mountain and Priest Wilderness areas. If you're out here maybe camping or hiking, please find a sturdy shelter for a little bit because this is going to be able to disrupt daily plans. Ping pong ball size hail is nothing to take lightly. That can cause quite a bit of damage out here. So please, um, don't take this lightly, and at least take the proper precautions, and at least get your car in a safe place out here, at least in a garage or some kind of area where there's a covering, um, and make sure you're in a safe space as well, because you don't want to get hit by this hail, because that could really hurt.
Yeah,
That could really,
they
really
did.
hurt.
Yeah, they did update that severe thunderstorm warning for that large hail core. So it's still for ping pong ball size hail and 50 millimeter. So make sure you have your car protected into a garage or careful. And make sure you use the windows to protect yourself from uh, if glass shatters due to the hail. Because ping pong ball size hail is something to be focused with. Because that could be very damaging to tech windows, even cars. Could put a couple of dents in your car, maybe crack your windshield. So it is important to keep those items very safe.
Absolutely. Yeah, Pete. Uh, it would very much help us if you, like the stream and consider subscribing, because I'm out here doing my best, and Sam as well is helping me as much as he can, and he's doing a great job. I cannot be more thankful for him. Um, I wouldn't have chose anybody else because he does a really good job at relaying information and getting reading these severe thunderstorm warnings, getting the information out, and getting just information out to people. But yeah, I mean, please like the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out quite a bit. And consider liking or sharing the stream as well, because getting the stream out to more people helps the algorithm promote the stream more. But I did just note that we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for one of our storms in Kentucky. New severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Owsley County, Knott County, Breathitt County, Magoffin County, Lee County, Wolfe County, Kentucky. This now includes the town of Jackson, Kentucky. We have a new storm here that's producing quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That will be moving kind of towards Jackson and towards the south side of Jackson. So please be aware of that big storm moving towards you. Ooh, and I did notice our storm near Gypsy and Fredville, Kentucky is starting to wrap around. Ooh. You think you see a cloud that has... You think you see a cloud that has hail in it near the Des Moines Metro? I mean, there is a pretty decent storm west of Des Moines, but nothing too crazy. I mean, I don't know. There might be hail. I don't think so. I think this might just be heavy rain and maybe some brief damaging wind gusts. Might actually be. Yeah, it's not hailing. I mean, I don't think it's hailing out here near Des Moines quite yet, but that is a pretty decent storm there near Des Moines. It is kind of moving to the southeast, so it could clip southeast or areas south of Des Moines.
Now, we just did get a new severe thunderstorm warning for Pulses, Beckley, West Virginia here. It is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, so make sure you protect your lease items and make sure you protect yourself and protect your items from damaging winds or large hail.
Absolutely.
No tornadoes.
Absolutely. Can you give me a forecast for Des Moines, Iowa? It's going to be pretty decent tonight. You might get some rain at least. I don't think you're going to see anything too crazy. I don't think you're going to see hail or damaging winds. Just maybe heavy rain, and that's it. At least for like places south of Des Moines. Yeah, but for right now, that's what we're looking at for the Des Moines area. Yeah, I mean, that storm near Des Moines has some pretty strong reflectivity values, but that's just heavy rain so far. Wow, I mean, that's a pretty large hook echo on our storm near Fredville and Gypsy. That's actually really concerning. Whoa.
Where is that, Roman?
Fredville,
Oh,
Kentucky.
we just got a new message discussion. I do believe. Hold on a second. Is this? Yep. All right. So we do just recently got a message for discussion here. Large hail and damaging wind threat will persist for a few more hours this evening. A cluster of supercells across central West Virginia has weakened over the past hour, but are still capable of producing some large hail and damaging wind gusts for a few more hours. The greatest threat will likely be within new developed air masses present with greater instability. However, even in this threat area, the threat will likely only persist for a few more hours given the loss of daytime. So there's your recent mesoscale discussion going out for folks of Eastern Kentucky, Southwest or Southern West Virginia, and then far Western Virginia.
Absolutely.
Far Western.
Thank you so much, Sam. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
I'm telling you guys right now, for people who are still on the stream, I'm probably not going to stay live for much longer. I do, unfortunately, have to continue editing some videos tonight, and I do have to film another video tonight. Plus, you know, these storms are, I honestly think, I mean, the tornado threat is going to be there still, but this is going to persist into the overnight hours, and plus, I have state testing tomorrow, and I'm probably going to need to go to bed pretty early. So I don't think I'm going to be able to stay live for quite much longer, unfortunately. But I will tell you right now that we have been live for about 2 hours, and so far, pretty decent coverage so far. If chat has any more questions before I leave, let me just take a look at one more scan before I decide to go. But it's been a really good coverage. If anything does happen, while I'm not covering, I do suggest that you download Radar Omega, the app Radar Omega, and you cover the storms yourself. If you need a little quick rundown on how to read weather radar, I can do that real quick for you. So what we're looking at right now on the radar modes is high-res reflectivity. And this is basically what you look at on every, this is basically the main radar mode for a lot of weather apps and stuff. And this mainly just shows how heavy the precipitation inside of a storm is. So the heavier the color, or like the darker the colors, the more heavier the precipitation. So let's say like reds, orange, the reds and oranges and pinks, or the purples and blues, those indicate large hail and heavy rain. And like the greens and the, over here, the greens and stuff are the lighter rain and stuff like that. And then velocity, or high-res velocity, basically shows how winds are moving in the actual storm cloud, or where the winds are moving in the cloud. So you can see in this storm near Nellysford in Livingston, Virginia, it looks like most of the winds in the storm are going one way and one way only, because mainly our storm is mainly hail-driven. Like, this really isn't a tornado-driven threat. This storm does have a very strong updraft, and that's mainly what's keeping its hail core intact. So that's what you're seeing on the southeast side west of Livingston. That's just mainly our kind of storm getting its, at least its updraft, or maybe, I don't know, that might be its downdraft, actually. But, anyways, I really appreciate everybody for tuning in the stream today. The reason I'm ending the stream so early, or quickly, is because I do have to complete a few things for the channel. I do have to continue editing some videos and filming for the channel. But I will tell you, when those videos are up, they are going to be bangers. So please, I ask you, when those videos do come out, I will tell you when they do come out. They are going to be really good videos. So please watch out for them. They are going to be very good videos. So, is there anything you wanted to say, Sam, before I leave?
I mean, if you're under, if you get under a tornado warning later in the night, because I do think the tornado might come up, if you're under a tornado, just make sure you get to shelter and make sure you have the no radio on in case you get those alerts. But other than that, not a lot of, not a tornado threat as of right now, but that might pick up later in the night, so it is important that you guys stay
Absolutely.
weather aware.
So something does happen later tonight. We do ask you either tune into another weather forecaster that you trust, or at least tune into your local news station, because they do have a trusted meteorologist as well. But Radar Omega does have a very great radar app. That is the radar app that I use for my streams. So I ask that if you want to cover the storms yourself, please use that radar. But yeah, if you are under a tornado warning tonight or anything up there, don't panic. Just have a plan in place, and make sure you have all the supplies you need for that kind of situation. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody for tuning in the stream today. And W. Allen for the $20 donation. Thank you so much, dude. W. Allen, dude. That's so thoughtful of you. Like, I cannot be more thankful of you, dude. Thank you so much, Allen. Such a big W. And thank you so much, Pete, for that comment. I will see you guys later.